Numbers play an important role in our lives. Almost all the things we do involve numbers and mathematics. Whenever we like it or not, our life revolves in numbers since the day we were born. There are numerous numbers directly or indirectly connected to our lives. So this module will help you to furthermore understand all about percentage. After going through this module, you are expected to find the percentage in a given problem. Select the letter of the correct answers, then write them in a sheet of paper. Number 1. What is 35% of 275? A. 96 and 1500s, B. 96 and 2000s, C. 96 and 2500s, D. 96 and 3000s. Number 2. 90% of 360 is n. What is the value of n? A. 324, B. 325, C. 326, D. 327. Number 3. What is 32% of 112? A. 69 and 40 hundreds, B. 69 and 44 hundreds, C. 69 and 48 hundreds, D. 69 and 52 hundreds. Number 4. What is 52% of 100? A. 50, B. 52, C. 54, D. 56. Number 5. 74% of 84 is n. What is the value of n? A. 62 and 1600s, B. 62 and 2000s, C. 62 and 2400s, D. 62 and 2600s. Number 6. 62% of 98 is n. What is the value of n? A. 58 and 6/10, B. 58 and 8/10, C. 58 and 9/10, D. 62. Number 7. My new bag is 550 pesos plus the 10% tax. How much is added to the cost? A. 33 pesos, B. 44 pesos, C. 55 pesos, D. 66 pesos. Our takeout dinner was 620 pesos, but we got 20% off because we picked it up. How much is our discount? A. 124 pesos, B. 497 pesos, C. 596 pesos, D. 597 pesos. Number 9. In a class of 30 students, there are 40% girls. How many boys are there in a class? A. 26, B. 28, C. 20, D. 22. Number 10. A small toy car costing 350 pesos is reduced by 30% in the sale. How much is the total amount reduced? A. 195 pesos, B. 105 pesos, C. 125 pesos, D. 185 pesos. We are now in Module 2, Lesson 1, Finding the percentage in a given problem. The term percent means out of 100. In mathematics, percentages are used like fractions and decimals as ways to describe parts of a whole. When you are using percentages, the whole is made up of 100 equal parts. The symbol percent sign is used to show that a number is a percentage, and less commonly the abbreviation PCT may be used. You will see percentages almost everywhere, in shops, on the internet, in advertisements, and in the media. Being able to understand what percentages mean is a key skill that will potentially save your time and money and will also make you more employable. Identify the base, rate, and percentage. Copy the table in a sheet of paper and write the answers in the respective columns. Number 1. 30% of 150 is 45. 150 is the base, 30% is the rate, and 45 is the percentage. For number 2, 450 is 90% of 500. 500 is the base, 90% is the rate, and 450 is the percentage. Then try to answer number 3, 4, and 5. Read and analyze the story problem. Write your answers in a sheet of paper. Christmas season is coming, and Anna is so excited to do her shopping. In her list is a pair of shoes that she will wear for their Christmas party. What made her more excited was when she saw that her dream pair of shoes is on sale. From 4,295, it is now sold with 20%. What is the thing that Anna is excited to buy? How much is the cost of the pair of shoes? Then, how much will Anna save if she buys the pair of shoes? To solve the problem, we have the steps to follow. Step 1. Analyze the price of the pair of shoes. And the original price is 4,295 pesos. Discounted price is 20%. For step 2, convert 20% to decimal, and that is 20 hundreds. Step 3, multiply the original price by the discounted price of the pair of shoes. So solve 4,295 times 20 hundreds, and that is 859. Therefore, 859 pesos will be deducted from the original price of the pair of shoes, and it will also be the amount that Anna will save. Percentage is obtained by changing the percent to decimal or fraction form before multiplying it with a given number. The formula for this, P equals R times B, where R is rate, P for percentage, B for base. Percentage is another way of writing a decimal. Just like decimals, a percentage is a part of a whole. Basically, it is less than one whole thing, but more than 0. Every percentage has two parts, a number and the percent sign. Finding percentage in each problem using different strategies. Number 1. Changing percent to decimal. Problem 1. Gabi sold 80% of the watermelons in her store. If there were 150 watermelons in the store, How many watermelons did she sell? Analyze the problem. 80% of 150 pieces of watermelons were sold. It is referred to as percentage. The base represents the total quantity, which is 150. The percentage is a portion of the base, and that is the missing part. The rate is identified by the percent symbol, which is 80%. For solution, step 1. Change the problem as to mathematical equation and identify the missing part. 80% of 150 equals n. 80% is the rate. 150 is the base. Percentage is the unknown. Step 2. Since the percentage is the missing term in the problem, use the formula P equals R times B, or R times B equals P. P equals 80% times 150. Step 2. Change the rate as to decimal by changing percent to decimal point and move it twice to the left. So 80% equals 80 hundredths. P equals 80 hundredths times 150. Step 4. Multiply the rate and the base to find the percentage. P equals 80 hundredths times 150. If you will multiply this, the answer is 120. So the answer, 80% of 150 is 120. Therefore, Gabi sold 120 watermelons. Number 2, changing percent to fraction. Problem 2. There are 40 students in a grade 5 class. If 90% are present on a particular day, how many students are present in the class? Solution. Step 1. Change the problem as to mathematical equation and identify the missing part. N equals 90% of 40. 90% is the rate, 40 is the base. Percentage is the unknown. Step 2. Since the percentage is the missing term in the problem, use the formula P equals R times B, or R times B equals P. P equals 90% times 40. Step 3. Change the rate as fraction by changing percent to per hundred. 90% equals 90 hundredths. P equals 90 hundredths times 40. Step 4. Multiply the rate and the base to find the percentage. R times B equals P. 90% times 40 equals N. 90% in fraction, that is 90 hundredths times 40, then change to lowest term 90 hundredths, and that is 9 tenths times 40 over 1, then change to lowest term 10 and 40, divide it in their GCF, and that is 10. So 40 divided by 10 and 10 divided by 10, and that is 4 and 1. Then 9 times 4 equals 36. You may also change 90% to a simplest form of fraction when multiplied. 90% equals 9/10. P equals R times B. N equals 90% of 40 equals N. N equals 9/10 times 40. Cancel it by dividing by 10. And that is 4 and 1. So 9 times 4 equals 36. So the answer, 90% of 40 is 36. Therefore, 36 students are present in the class. Write your answers in a sheet of paper. Find the percentage of the following number. Letter A, 45% of 20. You multiply 40%, it becomes 40 hundreds times 20. And that is 9. Then, letter B, 40% of 85. Change 40% to decimal. And that is 40 hundreds times 85 equals 34. Then try to answer letter C, D, and E. Solve the following word problems. Number 1. In a school, 20% of the teachers teach basic mathematics. If there are 60 teachers, how many teachers are teaching basic mathematics in a school? So, 20% becomes 20 hundreds times 60. And that is 12. So, there are 12 teachers teaching basic mathematics in a school. Number 2. 40 students in a class took a mathematics test. If 80% of the students passed the test, how many students did not pass? So, 80% becomes 80 hundreds times 40, that is 32. Then, subtract 32 from 40, and that is 8. So, there are 8 did not pass. Then, try to answer number 3, 4, 5, and time starts now. Choose the correct answer from the words inside the box. Write your answers in a sheet of paper. A part of a whole is percentage. That whole or total is the base, and the number with the percent symbol is the rate, and it is a constant rate is directly proportional with the base. Then try to answer number 4 and 5. Match column A with column B. Write the letter of your answers in a sheet of paper. Number 1, 90% of 90. So you need to multiply 90 hundreds times 90, and that is 81. Letter E. For number 2, 120 times 40 hundreds, that is 48. And letter D. Then continue this, number 3, 4, and 5. Find the missing number. Write your answers in your notebook. 35% of 120. So you need to multiply 35 hundreds times 120, and that is 42. For number 2, 50% of 60. Change 50% to decimal, and that is 50 hundreds times 60 equals 30. Continue this, number 3, 4, and 5. Additional activities, convert the decimals into percent. Write your answers in your notebook. Number 1, 23 hundreds, and that is 23%. Number 2, 99 hundreds, and that is 99%. And continue this, number 3, 4, and 5. Maraming salamat muli sa inyong panonood. Thank you sa inyong mga likes, sa mga comments, at sa mga share. Hanggang sa muli, paalam!